Welcome back to AFT Die Season 5. It is round 13. Let's go to the first game. It's Carlton versus Melbourne at MRVL Stadium. Let's go to the first quarter. And the first quarter has been done. Melbourne, they kicked 6 goals, 4-40 to Carlton, 1-8. Let's go to the second quarter. Melbourne are in front by 32 points. Melbourne, they've kicked 6 goals, 3 to Carlton, 3-1. And at half-time, Melbourne are leading by 52 points. Let's go to the third quarter. And the third quarter, pretty even. Melbourne, they kick 1-3 to Carlton, 1-1. And at the moment, it is 54 points, the difference at three-quarter time. Let's go to the last quarter. And Carlton, they put a bit of score on the board in the last quarter. They kicked 6 goals, 2 to Melbourne, 5 goals, 1. And in the end, Melbourne have won by 47 points. The final scores, Carlton 11-6, 72 to Melbourne 18-11, 119. All right, let's go to the next game. It is Fremantle versus North Melbourne at Optus Stadium. Fremantle, they've come out, they've kicked 4 goals, 1 to North Melbourne, 5 goals, 1. And North Melbourne are up by 6 points at quarter time. Let's go to the second quarter. Freo, they've kicked 3 goals, 3 to North Melbourne, 2-1. And at half time, the North Melbourne are down by 2 points. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, North Melbourne, they've kicked 6 goals, 3 to Fremantle, 4 goals, 1. And at three-quarter time, Fremantle are down by 12 points. Let's go to the last quarter to see who wins. And in the end, North Melbourne, they've won by 29 points. They kicked 6 goals, 2 to Fremantle, 3 goals, 3 in that last quarter. Final scores, Fremantle 14-8, 92 to North Melbourne, 19-7, 121. All right. Let's go to the next game. It is Geelong versus Hawthorn. Hawthorn, they've kicked 6 goals, 2 to Geelong, 5-3 in that first quarter. 5 points the difference. Hawthorn's leading. Second quarter, Geelong, they've kicked 5 goals, 1 to Hawthorn, 2 goals, 5. And at half time, Geelong are up by 9 points. Let's go to the third quarter. And the third quarter, Geelong have kicked 6 goals, 4 to Hawthorn, 1-1. And at three-quarter time, Hawthorn are down by 42 points. Geelong are on top of the ladder. Let's go to the last quarter. The last quarter, very even. Hawthorn won it by 2 points. They kicked 2-3 to Geelong, 2-1. But in the end, Geelong have won by 40 points. Final scores, Geelong 18-9, 117 to Hawthorn 11-11, 77. All right, let's go to the next game. It is St Kilda versus Adelaide Crows. St Kilda, they've had a big first quarter. They kicked 6 goals, 4-40 to Adelaide Crows, 1-5-11. 29 points up, St Kilda. Let's go to the second quarter. Second quarter, St Kilda, they've kicked 2 goals, 4 to Adelaide, 1-2. And at half time, Adelaide are trailing by 37 points. All right, let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, Adelaide, they've kicked 4 goals, 2 to St Kilda, 2-2. And at three-quarter time, Adelaide are down by 25 points. Let's go to the last quarter of this game. And in the end, St Kilda have won by 34 points. They kicked 4 goals, 6 to Adelaide Crows, 3 goals, 3. And the final score, St Kilda 14-16, 100 to Adelaide Crows, 9-12, 66. All right. Let's go to the next game. It is Richmond versus Essendon at the MCG. Richmond, they've kicked 5 goals, 4-34 to Essendon, 2-3-15 in that first quarter. Richmond are up by 19 points. Let's go to the second quarter. Second quarter, Essendon, they've kicked 4 goals, 4 to Richmond, 3 goals, 6. And at half time, Richmond are leading by 15 points. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, Essendon, they kicked 5 goals, 4 to Richmond, 3 goals, 1. And at three-quarter time, it is even 11-11, 77 apiece. All right, let's go to the last quarter to see who wins. And in the end, when it was really close at three-quarter time, Richmond, they got over the line by 1 point in the end. Richmond, final score 16-16, 112 to Essendon, 16-15, 111. All right, let's go to the next game. It is Brisbane Lions versus Western Bulldogs at the Gabba. We've got first quarter done, 3 goals, 6 apiece. Even after the first quarter, let's go to the second quarter. Western Bulldogs, they kicked 2 goals, 4 to Brisbane, 1-2. And at half time, Western Bulldogs are up by 8 points. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, Brisbane, they kicked 4 goals, 1 to Western Bulldogs, 2-1. And at three-quarter time, Brisbane are up by 4 points. Let's go to the last quarter to see who wins. And in the end, the Western Bulldogs got over the line against the Lions by 10 points. They kicked 5 goals, 6 to Brisbane, 3 goals, 4 in that last quarter. Final scores, Brisbane 11-13, 79 to Western Bulldogs 12-17, 89. All right, let's go to the next game. It is Collingwood versus Gold Coast Suns at the MCG. Collingwood, they kicked 6 goals, 1, 37 to Gold Coast, 3-6, 24, 13 points. Collingwood's way. Second quarter, Collingwood have kicked 5 goals, 4 to Gold Coast Suns, 4 goals, 5. And Collingwood are up by 3 goals at half time. All right. Third quarter, Gold Coast, they kicked 5 goals, 5 to Collingwood, 3-4. And at three-quarter time, Collingwood are just up by 5 points. Let's go to the last quarter to see who wins this game. And in the end, Gold Coast, they had a 3 goals, 4 last quarter to Collingwood, 1-5. And Gold Coast, they won by 6 points. Final scores, Collingwood 15-14, 104 to Gold Coast Suns, 15-20, 110. All right, let's go to the match of the round. It's Port Adelaide versus GWS Giants. Let's go to the first quarter. It is Port Adelaide. They have kicked 3 goals, 2 to Giants, 1-2, 8. Port Adelaide are up by 12 points. Let's go to the second quarter. Second quarter, Port Adelaide, that kicks 6 goals, 1 to Giants, 3 goals, 6. And at half time, Port Adelaide are up by 25 points. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, Port Adelaide, they kick 6 goals, 5 to Giants, 1 goal, 4. And at three-quarter time, Port Adelaide are up by 56 points. Let's go to the last quarter. And the last quarter was very even. Giants won it by a point. They kicked 6 goals, 3 to Port Adelaide, 6 goals, 2. And Port Adelaide, they've won by 55 points. Port Adelaide final score 21-10, 136 to Giants, 11-15, 81. All right. Let's go to the last game of the round. It's West Coast Eagles versus Sydney Swans at Optus Stadium. Let's go to the first quarter. First quarter, very even. West Coast, they kicked 5 goals, 4 to Sydney, 5 goals, 1. 3 points the difference. Second quarter, mirror image of the first quarter. West Coast, they kicked 5 goals 4 to Sydney, 5 goals 1. And West Coast, they're up by 6 points at half time. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, West Coast, they kicked 5 goals 2 to Sydney, 5 goals 1. And West Coast at 3-quarter time are up by 7 points. Let's go to the last quarter to see who wins. And it was even in the last quarter. It was 2-1 apiece. Therefore, West Coast have won by 7 points. All right. That concludes round 13 of AFT Die Season 5. The ladder, we've still got Geelong on top with 10 wins. Port Adelaide are second with 10 wins as well, so they are equal top. Then we've got Adelaide Crows in third, Gold Coast Suns in fourth place. And then we've got 4 teams remaining in 5th place. We've got Giants. 6th place, we've got Collingwood. Melbourne in 7th place. And North Melbourne are in 8th place. Whereas outside the 8, we've got Brisbane and Richmond, who are knocking at the door for a final spot. And then we've got Fremantle down the bottom. They're outright wooden spooners at the moment with only 3 wins. We've got Giants, the number 1 offense team, and then the Cats, the number 1 defense team. The match of the round in round 14, we've got Adelaide Crows versus Geelong. That will be played on Thursday, 6th of June. All right, that's it for round 13. We'll see you next time.